Hi, I'm TR, and this is my mid-century ranch home renovation project. Well, it's the day we've all been waiting for. Well, I know I have. It's time to paint finally. It's been a long ride to get here. In real time, it's taken about 3 weeks and maybe about 100 hours of patching the walls. There's been a lot of work that's gone into this. These are plaster walls. They had some severe cracking, some real problems. I put mesh up. I've textured it. I'm going to link right up here in this corner to a playlist containing all of the videos in the series in order that you can go out and watch and see what it took to get to this point. So we're nearly done. I still have to finish the floors. You'll notice I have the floors papered, but that's just because I'm trying to protect the floors from getting any grimier, dirtier than they already are, because the floors are actually in reasonably good shape, and so I'm not going to have to use a drum sander and do a lot of heavy sanding. I'm just going to use an orbital, but that episode will be coming in the very near future. But today, it's time to paint. But I got a secret weapon, and I've had one of these. Well, this will be the third one I've bought. Come here. Let's get the right side of the box for you. Where is the right side of the box? There it is. This is a Graco Magnum Project Painter Plus. It's an airless sprayer. And as I said, this is the third one of these I bought. I've had 2 others before. I've done projects with them and then turned around and sold them for about 50 bucks less than I bought them for. So I'm going to actually be hanging on to this one for a while, because as I continue with this renovation, I've got the fence to do. I'm probably going to paint the outside of the house, even though it's sided. The siding is old and I just don't like the color very much. So I'll probably end up painting the outside of the house with this as well. But I'm going to paint just about everything with this, and we're going to get started with a little bit of unboxing therapy. So let's see what we got here. Oh, by the way, you can get this on Amazon from my Amazon store. Your support is greatly appreciated. Of course, I do get a little tiny commission for everything that you purchase through my Amazon store, but you pay the same price and your support is greatly appreciated. I think this was around $235, of course, with free delivery if you have Prime. Well, let's see what we got here. Well, we have the obligatory destruction manual. Oh, buy some more crap. Not going to need any of that. Looks like we got a quick start guide. That's going to be maybe be handy. That'll be handy because I haven't used one of these for a couple of years. We got hose, the spray widget with the nozzle. They send you a little sample of what they call the pump armor. And the pump armor is the solution that when you're done using it and you're going to put it away for a while, you add the pump armor, you run it into the pump, it keeps the pump from seizing up and rusting and whatever else it does, I don't know. But it's good stuff. I actually bought another quart of this because, as I've said before, I've had these, and the one that I had when I painted my house in Shoshone back in 2003, put the pump armor in it, and it sat for like 2 years, and the next time I went to use it, it worked perfectly. So we'll sort through that in a minute. Here's the machine. So there's not a lot to it, and we're going to go over all the parts and pieces and get this set up here. I'm probably going to want to go get a wrench, so I might have to step away for just a moment. But in fact, I think I'll do that, and then I'll come back and we'll get this thing put together. So I just went and got myself a universal monkey wrench, crescent wrench. I wonder, it won't be long before monkey wrench is politically incorrect, right? There is a bit of a danger with this kind of equipment, and that's what they call an injection injury. You never want to have your hand in front of this if you're pulling the trigger. You could inject paint through your skin into your body, and it is a very serious injury. If you do that, you need to seek a medical attention pretty fast. So you want to be careful that you don't get your hand in front of this. And when we get to painting, I've got a couple other cautions for you. But whatever. This probably just says that. Skin injection hazard, yeah, so we want to be careful about that. You got your, looks like a protective cap here. I'm going to save that because that would be nice to have when I'm done using the equipment. It's not rocket science. Put this on here, like this. And then it doesn't have to be super tight, but you want to snug it up. And we're good to go. So they tell you to use a piece of cardboard or something like that to adjust the spray pattern. And I'm just actually going to use a piece of this masking paper that I've got on the floor here. And so all I'm going to do basically is just come in here. I'm going to put a piece up like this. That'll give us a nice surface to practice and adjust our spray pattern with. All right, I can't procrastinate anymore. I got to get going on this. So I'm using Kilz 2 primer. I love this stuff. This is the best for priming walls. It dries in about an hour, and so you can come back and paint it really fast. By the time I get through priming everything, I'll be able to start painting trim, basically. So they give you this top. I'm going to pop this off because I want to stir it. I had it shaken when I picked it up, but I've had it for about a week now because I got it on sale. I don't recommend you get this one from Amazon, but you can if you want. So we're going to split this top. If we can find that. It's usually a tear lug. There it is. And I'm just gonna open this puppy up. And just pry off this lid. Set that over there out of the way. Now, good paint stirrer here. Put the drill on slow speed. Notice I'm going up and down. That helps mix the paint because it does tend to want to separate sometimes. Alright, over there in our waste bucket. I already got paint on me. Surprise, surprise. I want to put on some long pants. It'll help with the personal cleanup later. So what I have here is a bucket of fresh water. And then I've got this bucket, which is my waste bucket. What I'm going to do is take and I'm going to rinse this out. Since it's new, we're going to go ahead and we'll put that suction widget in there. And we'll put the waste one in here. And then we're going to turn on the prime. I'll move you a little closer. We're going to turn on this prime here, and then we're going to power the unit up. So you want to run that for about 30 or 45 seconds till you get good clean water out here. Make sure you can see. I've got the spray gun here, and of course there's another warning on here, but this is our spray tip. And the spray side is the arrow side. And then if it gets clogged, you flip it around. I'll show you that operation here in a minute you flip it around to blow out any plugs, any plug ups. I painted probably 30 gallons of paint with this when I painted my house in Shoshone, and I never got one plug. All right, so now we're gonna turn this prime off. Can you see that? We're gonna flip that off, and we're gonna come over here to where it says start. Unlock the gun. It has a lock on it to keep you from shooting yourself, which remember is not a good thing. We're gonna unlock that and pull the trigger, and then okay, so now we've got her flushed out. It's primed. Now we're ready to prime it with paint. I like to take and let this sit up for just a minute. Okay. And then we're gonna move our freshwater bucket out of the way. Actually, I could have left this over here. Put this over here. Let that drain just a bit. Let's put our bucket of paint over. I'm gonna douse that in there. Oops. Like that. Put this right here. Get back up there. There we go. Now I'm going to go back to prime. Turn the prime on. Now it's primed with paint. We're going to put this back over here. Come on, get on there. All right. Now we're going to turn the prime off. Get the gun. And now the gun's primed. And now we can put this nozzle back on. This sets the direction, right? Let's lock that so we don't accidentally trigger it. So this is going to give you a vertical straight spray pattern when it's like this. This is going to give you a horizontal spray pattern. And we're going to take this tip and put this in here. Make sure it's in there nice and tight. That it's all the way inserted. You hear it click. That's way. Then the arrow goes forward, straight forward like that. And now let's tighten this up a little bit. And we're ready to spray. All right, so a mask, critical. I'd rather have an N95 mask. I'd actually rather have a respirator. Couldn't get either one of those because of the pandemic, so we're gonna make the best of it. Once I get started, I'm gonna go turn a fan on. I've got a door open and I'll suck as much air through the house as I can. This is low VOC stuff, so there's not a lot of organic compounds in it. It's all latex. And so I'm not too worried about it, but I'd rather have a better mask. This will have to do. Safety glasses, absolutely necessary. These are Uvex. Love these. I've talked about them and bragged about them a lot. So what we need to do now is we need to adjust the pressure to get a good spray pattern. So what I've done here is, this is just some of this masking paper. I call it red paper. It's available from Home Depot. You get like 1 billion feet for 13 bucks. Well, it took a roll and a tenth. Of course, you always have to get an extra roll, right? So I'm using this as my, I'm going to use this as my practice area to get my spray pattern right. And I think what I'm going to do is, since I'm already getting painting, I'm going to get some gloves. Why not? I'll probably have paint all over my arms. I should go get a long sleeve shirt on probably. But you know what though? I have this right here. Let's do this. This will work. This goes fast. I won't have to wear this very long. It won't get too warm. But it's probably the end of my Fleetwood Mac hoodie jacket. That's, you know, that's well worn. Okay, I bet you I look ridiculous as shit. All right, let's go to work. Safety off, idiot. That's actually not too bad. Maybe a little bit of overspray. I'm going to turn the pressure down a hair. That's too low. Seems a little low still. That looks really good. I think we're ready to paint. So I'm only going to show you just a little bit of paint because there's going to be a lot of paint dust in here and I want to protect my camera. But we're going to take this down. So I'm going to start by doing this cornice all the way around the room. You want to hold the gun 12 inches from the surface that you're painting. Fortunately, I'm tall enough, I can get to 12 inches pretty reasonably. We'll see you in a little bit. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. That really helps a lot, and I do appreciate it. Also, your support of my Amazon store is greatly appreciated. There's a link in the description below. For more real-time updates, you can follow me on social media. Those links are in the description below as well. Your questions and comments are always welcome. I try to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Well, that's going to have to do it. Thanks so much for watching. I sure do appreciate it. Until we get together for the next video, peace.